A dad to your son who might not have been mine by blood, but who I saw as my own flesh and blood. I gave everything to you and that boy and more.
That boy ain't right.
What's up, everybody? So Cyrax is talking about Kera again, and I'm not really sure why he is bringing her up again, considering that April was the last girlfriend that he had, and supposedly he had another girlfriend right after April, from what I'm hearing, but I'm not too sure about that character, and we're not going to get into that in today's video, but we are going to be going over a little crying fit that Chance had, and on that same day, he was doing this cool little smug Cyrax thing he was doing. He was being real smug and acting like he was the hottest thing since sliced bread. His words alone, not mine. It was something else. So Cyrax is gonna explain to us why Kera was wrong and why he's so popular that he's this awesome rock star. And if you remember recently, I made a video talking about how Cyrax was saying that he wasn't a rock star and how he wasn't actually who he said he was, and this whole situation just gets more and more diluted and insane as you go through it. None of it makes any sense whatsoever. It's a lot like Wonderland, you know, Alice in Wonderland. That's sort of what it reminds me of. Cyrax would make a very bad Mad Hatter, though. Honestly, he wouldn't be very appropriate for that situation. In other news, though, to help prove that Kera wasn't actually a super great individual herself throughout all of this, Kera ended up getting arrested recently. Her kid ended up being taken away from her, and there was endangerment involved. I'm not exactly sure about what the details are whenever it comes to that case, and I've never been super interested in Kera as a person. So if you know more about Kera, leave it in the comments. You probably know more than I do. So show that knowledge off, if you will. But we're gonna go ahead and watch Cyrax explain why Kera is such a terrible person to him and how he's so much better.
I can't begin to tell you how many nights I lied in my bed, bawling my fucking eyes out. Not just because I missed you, not just because I missed Callum, no. It was because of everything that you ripped away when you left. When you left me, you took my sense of normalcy. You took away me being a dad to your son who might not have been mine by blood, but who I saw as my own flesh and blood. I gave everything to you and that boy and more. And what did you do? It all up. You know, I bent over backwards for you every single chance that I got.
So you may be wondering on why Chance is calling Kera out. I'm not really sure myself. I mean, last time he's talked about Kera, he was upset with her because she was going out with this dominant guy, and that was all the way back in the beginning of this year, over in January. And Chance is likely extremely jealous of this man that's going out with her now. However, again, she did get arrested, so I don't really know if she's with that guy anymore. And besides, it's not like Chance would want to stay with her after she got arrested, because like even if this dominant guy didn't show up, she likely would have still ended up in the slammer. And plus, on top of that, Chance is saying that he's spent a lot of money helping her whenever, you know, we've seen him beg for $12 to buy AI generated software or something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure what he needed $12 for, but he's sitting here saying that he helps them. He'll help them every chance he can, but he doesn't have any dough to make bread on the table with. That's not a realistic outlook on life, Cyrax, not even a little bit. And to think that you could help take care of this family that's already in trouble and peril as is ridiculous. You're not capable of that, Cyrax. I mean, if you can't afford a $12 AI software, then you probably can't afford to take care of a family.
I walked away from my career for you. I gave up everything for you. I tried to help you get on Social Security, on disability. That wasn't enough, was it? I literally gave up my fucking career. I gave up a 1,000+ subscriber channel that I was getting paid by for you. I walked away from it all. Throw it all away for you. But that wasn't good enough, was it? Yet still walked away. Why is that? Why is it that you walked away?
The ship's unique design suggests
There were no fatalities.
13 years of knowing you.
Oh, come on! You gotta admit this is
Gone.
cool!
Okay, let's really break it down right here. Chance, what is this YouTube channel making? That's right, money. Chance said this 1,000+ YouTube channel was making money. And how is he gonna support a family? How is he gonna support Kera? And how has he said he has supported her? With money. So, dude, how would you shutting down your YouTube channel help and support her when it's your only source of income by your own words? Not that it is, it's not. Chance has never made any kind of money from YouTube, and he can't because he doesn't have a bank account. In order for you to make money on YouTube, you need a bank account for a direct deposit, something that Chance doesn't have. So this whole argument about him deleting this YouTube channel to help and support Kera just doesn't make any sense. It's like quitting your job to help feed your family. It's just ridiculous.
You know, I planned on spending the rest of my life with you. And what did you do? Threw it away. I helped you pick out in your dress, everything that you wanted. Looked at rings with you, looked at wedding venues, looked at everything with you. Whenever it came time to look at houses, I was the first one there saying, hey, let's look for houses. What do you got? Let me see what I can find. I gave up everything. I think it were backwards for you. If anything, I treated your son like my own son. I treated him as if he was my own flesh and blood. Cared for him, was there for him, made sure he did his homework, played games with him, spent time with him. Whenever he needed someone to calm him down and he was upset and you weren't in the room or whatever, I was right there. So how you can sit there and throw that away is beyond me.
Well, I mean, there are lots of limitations to an online relationship, Cyrax, which is what you had with Kera in the first place. Kera was in need of a man who wasn't you, and that's an unfortunate thing in a relationship. Whenever things just don't work out, the pieces don't fit together, something's just not working, whatever it might be, and things are very complicated in that aspect of a relationship whenever something is wrong. Not that Chance would know anything about that or how to work through problems in a relationship. Chance believes that he's done everything for this woman and that he's done everything right with not a single false aspect of his own character. I'm not sure what Chance wants Kera to do throughout all this, especially now that she's in the slammer. I'm not sure if he's going to comment on that fact, but this video we're watching right here was in fact before she was put in the slammer, so keep note of that. This was before she was put in the slammer. This was not after, so he's not really commenting about that. But beyond talking smack about Kera, Chance Wilkins has also been very much a supervillain as of late. And what do you mean by supervillain, Moth, you may be asking? Well, you're just gonna have to see. He's pretending to be an anime supervillain, like a Lex Luthor or something from Marvel. I don't really know. That's DC. Everybody's gonna get angry at me, but you see what I'm trying to say. He's gonna be acting like an antagonist.
Good morning, you little trolls. See, you little trolls think that I'm weak and that I am unintelligent. But I'm a lot smarter than you think. To see, I let you believe what you want to believe or perceive is true. You're all fools. Every last one of you trolls. It's almost laughable. Because see, you guys think that I don't have the upper hand. Keep thinking that. Think what you want. You think that I fear you. You guys are sad and pathetic. You guys don't think that I have people on my side. That's okay like that because, in all reality, I have a whole army behind me. See, I let you trolls think what you want to think. Say what you want to say. Because I am more calculated than what you realize.
Cyrax is trying to sound like every smart supervillain in every Marvel movie where they're saying, oh, you don't understand the calculations. You don't understand how many things I could do. I already calculated 54 ways to wrap your foreskin around your forehead. You know, things like that. Really crazy, outlandish things like that. Chance is pretty much saying that he can do all of it. That he can do these high calculated decisions, and he can probably do some major geometry. I'm sure he'll do a great Hanzo main for all those Overwatch fans out there. But I don't know. We'll just have to see where Cyrax takes everything. But you can hear him there where he thinks that he's really getting the upper hand, or he wants to act like he is. I don't know why he's doing this whole bluff of knowing the next step, like he's 2 steps ahead. I don't really know what he's going on about.
I am so calculated that I have the devil himself taking notes. I have Satan himself taking notes from me. See, I only let you think that I'm stupid. I only let you think that I'm dumb. I let you think that. But in reality, I'm a lot more intelligent than every single one of you trolls put together. I am a god to every single one of you trolls. And you don't even realize it yet. You trolls have already lost this war before it even began. See, you thought by shutting down my YouTube channels and stealing my stuff that you could shut me up, silence me, make a mockery of me. Cause see, you guys think that you can hide forever, which I find honestly hilarious. Cause like the old saying goes, everything that is in the dark will soon come to the light. Meaning, all your wicked deeds will soon be brought to light. Your names, addresses, personal information revealed soon enough.
So Chance is trying to use fear tactics and terror to make the trolls back off. That's the whole reason that he's doing this. He doesn't actually have a plan or ability to do anything that he ever says. And that's how it's always been for old Chance Wilkin. And thank God this guy doesn't have any abilities, because think about it. Think about what a powerful Cyrax would be like. Even if he could drive like a forklift, he could do some damage with that. And I'm just gonna let your imagination play with that one. But I digress. He's just making all these empty threats because he can't actually do anything. Names, addresses, phone numbers, personal information. And he's saying all this stuff like it's really gonna happen. Like he's a supervillain, he's an anime antagonist. He's doing this likely because he was watching anime, that's my best guess. And he saw some anime villain doing this, and he's just replicating it.
And when that day comes, you won't be able to hide anymore. Your day of reckoning is coming, William Glory Hole and N-word boy. Your day of reckoning will come soon enough. And these aren't predictions. These are facts. These are not predictions. These are spoilers of what is going to happen. And the reason I know these things to be very true is because look what happened. I told Kera she would lose her son if she kept on the track that she was on. And look what happened. I told her she would end up in jail one day if she kept on the same route that she was on. Look what happened. She lost her kids and she's in jail.
Seems like Chance's first comments about Kera getting arrested and going to Slammer is that he said, I called it. You know, I called it. I knew that this would happen. I knew this was gonna happen, and it's gonna happen to you too. It's gonna happen to everybody. You know, and this is again just another fear tactic. He doesn't actually know what's gonna happen. I think he just thinks that because he said this one thing and it happened, that means that he's some kind of like sage or prophet or something. I'm not really sure what Chance believes that he is. I mean, he might bring out the old Jonathan Putnam situation again, where he thinks that he's some kind of supernatural human or something. I don't really know, that he can see ghosts. I have no idea. He was talking about working with Satan earlier, so I don't know. Maybe he'll talk about being a prophet one day. Well, maybe we'll see a prophet arc. I hope not, to be honest. I don't want another Christian.
See, that's the thing that you don't understand. I know every single move you're gonna make before you even make it. I know exactly what you're going to do, and I know exactly how to counteract every single solitary move that you trolls make. Now, as I said earlier, I do stand by my deal. If you want the info on every that my ex Kera is connected to, it's yours for the taking. But it will be under the condition that you leave me, my friends, and my family alone for good. That means no making videos on me, no reporting my videos. That means no reporting me to Twitch or Kick or wherever. That means letting me live my life. And trust me, this is a list that you will want to get your hands on, boys. Because see, I hold the key to you guys exposing a massive ring.
Okay, let's absorb this knowledge that we just found out about Chance and Kera. So Chance is talking about a PDF file ring, and this situation is getting really dark very, very fast, in which Chance, if you knew about this, why didn't you talk about it before? Dude is talking about a PDF file ring, and he's never talked about it before, which means that he's been keeping it a secret, and he hasn't been talking about it for some kind of purpose, likely to try and stay with Kera. Like, Jesus Christ, man. This doesn't make you look any better, Chance. This makes you look worse. This means that you were hiding out with all these other people, doing all this other stuff that I'm not even gonna list because YouTube's not gonna like it, and you didn't mention it or tell anybody, even the authorities. I mean, dude, you call the police all the time. You couldn't even tell one of them? I mean, my God, Chance, this does not look good in the slightest. And then on top of that, you think that they're gonna take that bargain? You think they're actually gonna leave you alone? No, that's not gonna happen. Like, even if you do tell them and they agree, that doesn't mean they have to actually hold up the contract or whatever, because there's no actual consequences or punishments for breaking the contract or whatever you want to call this.
I hold the keys, and I'm willing to give you those keys, but only if you agree to my terms. That is the only way you will get the keys to the ring. Otherwise, I'll sit there and I will watch your whole kingdom of nobodies burn to ash. They can say whatever they want, talk all the shit they want. It does not faze me one bit. If anything, I find it comical. I laugh at the trolls. I laugh at their insolence and their ignorance and their insubordinates. I laugh at their dumbassery. Because see, they think that making fun of me is doing something to me. But really, it's only doing something to them. It is showing how shallow and ignorant and how uneducated they really are, and how jealous of my skills and what I am able to do they really are. Because see, your little troll friends in my comments here, The reason why they are angry and why they poke fun at me is for a simple reason. Because they see something in me that they don't have in themselves.
Well, Chance, I can certainly tell you I don't have a pin or any kind of stylus inside of me or anything of that nature, so I say I'm clean and clear and better than you and everybody else is too. Besides, Chance, nobody's jealous of your skill, and him talking about all these big words, he's talking about insolence, he's talking about ignorance and all these big words for this little goblin's brain. He's saying all this, and it just confirms that I think he watched this in like a movie or something. Maybe he was watching his favorite anime. I don't know, but the point is that he's a supervillain here. And he's ready to tell everybody how you're jealous of him, that you're jealous of him, and that everybody's just gonna try to take him down, you know? Meanwhile, his room is absolutely dirty. Like, if you've seen his floor and what his room looks like, there's nothing to be jealous about. He lives in filth. It's not a good place to be. It's like the movie WALL-E, where the entire world is a dump, except it's just his room, you know? It's wild. And then he has the audacity to sit there and talk about how people are jealous and how people just don't understand him or whatever. I think Sally plants this in his brain that people are jealous of him, and that's why they do it, because he can't accept the idea that it's just him, you know?
So, William, I'm gonna give you an ultimatum here. You either take my offer, clean and clear, I give you the info that you seek on Kera, that I have that I know for a fact you do not have. Because see, I know stuff about Kera's case that you do not know. I have information that you wish you had, but don't. Now, as I said, you can either take my offer, or we can play the long game. And when we play the long game, that equals you and the troll community losing everything. Every channel, every Facebook group, every Discord server will be destroyed in due time. So take your pick, William. What's it gonna be? Are you gonna strike a deal with me? Or do I get to watch your little community burn to ash as I sit back and I laugh?
This situation is just so strange right now. Kera got arrested. Chance says that he has some PDF file information that he's withholding for no reason other than trying to bargain, which the bargain's not going to work for him. It never has. Bargaining is not Chance's strong suit. And this whole situation just kind of makes him look even worse. And that makes Kera look even worse, assuming that what he's saying is true, which it may or may not be. I don't think that it is. But we'll just have to see on where things go with Kera and Chance. I don't know if Kera does have any kind of stuff behind closed doors like Chance is trying to say here, or what. Leave it in the comment below on what you think. It's a very dark situation, and that's quite a big accusation to throw out at somebody like Chance is doing right now. So I don't really know. We'll just have to see. I mean, Kera has been an oddball, and it takes quite a bit of, I don't know, character. I don't know what kind of character to date somebody like Cyrax. So maybe not. We'll just have to see on where things go. But I'm gonna go ahead and do my shout outs. Now I'd like to shout out Tubby Thunder 43, Jolanda, Really Rotten AOW, Medusa Jr., Incurrent Screaming, Big Silos, Electric Lou, Chiefy Keef, Ryan Ryman, DSP Gaming, Rapture Seeker, Machinix, Sweaty Prolapse, Trixie Bella, Miss Psycho, The Sausage 01, John Christian Cavelli, The Hatman, David Stinky Finger, David Grunga, Stephen Thurman, Rax Labs, Trademark, Cassant, Joshua Baker, Blues Nose Clues, Pug, Clan of David, David and Fledged Slapfight, Lotus Man 17, Chris's H, Sean McClure, Hello Panda, The Stream That Jake Built, Sauce, Murderous Mushroom, Saggy Raggy, Paul Highlander, I Dine On Behind, Bats 12, Danger Chris, Nico Suave, Mark Pena, Unknown Posters, Smithers, Nivik, Benjamin Sanborn, Only Wise Hermit, Gaming with Both Hands, Daniel Evans, Punky Scroll 666, Joyful Danae, Jojo's Woodshed, Christopher Zazel, Harry Genitals, Haley Cantaloupe Cakes, Jason Cruel, Delray, Finn and Aaron, Depressed Rabbit, Gunslinger Bread, Zol Champion of First Claw, Oversoul, Old Cars and Pythons, Sarah, Bedhead David 420, I Donate to Bottoms, The Black Pearl, Edward and Hain, Nick Cliff, Atomic Renegade, Steve Screepy Van, Evan Reed, Curse Decals, Lord of Worlds, TJ Bender, James, Honda Civic, Tanis Finest, Roboto Sand, Bakuno Sensei, Poofy Mooncakes, Mad 33s, and Dark Chocolate. Thank you guys for y'all's support, and I'll see you guys in the next one.